Okay, and yep. Okay, so I don't know whether Aviv recorded it or without voice or not. Anyways, exactly. Anyways, let's see. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so find the equation of circle that passes through this. So we discussed question number 13, right?
Yeah.
Now, see question number, so take the questions for homework. So these are the questions that we will probably try as homework. Question number 10, 10 we did, 11 we did, 12 is something that we will try as homework, then 13, 13 we did. So these are the questions that we will try as homework. Okay, 12, 14 and 15.
Wait, let me write it. 12.
Okay. 12, 14 and 15. I have written it on the board.
Okay.
Okay. Now see the next section of this. So just give it a try for 16 and 17 as well. And let me know if you have any doubt, we can discuss those. Okay.
Yeah.
So 12, 14, 15, 16 and 17. These are your homework.
12, 14, 15, right?
16 and 17 as well. Okay. So now we'll move to the next concept, which is intersection of line and circle. Line and circle. Intersection of line and circle. So let's see how exactly it works. So you remember in previous classes we did the intersection of parabola and line, right? So this has to be parabola and there was a line intersecting it. So the equation of parabola was something like 4y square equal to 4x, and this line used to be something like y is equal to 2x plus 3, something like this. You remember?
Yeah.
And in order for this to intersect, you used to get a quadratic equation which has two roots. Okay? If you solve this simultaneously, you will be getting two roots, and one equation, one point will be this, and another point will be this. This is how we used to solve the intersection of line and parabola. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, and if it cuts at 2 point, then it will be that quadratic equation will have two solutions. If it cuts at 1 point, then that quadratic equation will have only one solution, and if it does not cut, then that quadratic equation will have no solution. These were the possible cases that we discussed when we discussed about the intersection of line and parabola. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Similar is the concept of line and circle. So instead of parabola, there is now circle. If circle intersects line or line intersects circle at 2 point, we will get a quadratic equation which has two solutions. If circle intersect only at 1 point, then we will get a quadratic equation which has only one solution, and the other possibility is like this.
Correct.
So in this case, b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 for this quadratic equation, combined quadratic equation that we were getting. So it would be something like this: 2x plus 3 whole square is equal to 4x. So whatever is the value of y, that is getting substituted. So you used to open it 4x square plus 10x 6 12 12x plus 9 is equal to 4x. So 4x square plus 8x plus 9 is equal to 0. If this quadratic equation has two roots, it means it will look like this. If this quadratic equation has only one root, then it will look like this. And if quadratic equation has no root, then it will look like this. Hopefully you understood how it works.
Yeah.
Used to work. Okay. Now we will use a similar concept in case of circle. Okay. So nothing has changed. You just have to solve the equation of line and circle simultaneously, and you have to get the answers. That's all we have to do. Okay. So let's cover it through an example so that will give you a clarity. So example will give you the good clarity of the concept, underlying concept. So let me just write a question. The line y x is equal to 3y plus 10 intersects the circle x square plus y square is equal to 20 at point A and B. Find the coordinates of AB. Find the coordinates of A and B. This is first part, and second part is equation of perpendicular bisector. So this is the last concept of this particular chapter. Equation of perpendicular bisector of AB equation of perpendicular bisector show that it passes through center and show that it passes through center. Okay. C stands for center. And there is a third subpart which we will cover. The perpendicular bisector of AB. The perpendicular bisector of AB intersects at P and Q. Intersects the circle at P and Q. We just have to find P and Q coordinates. So find P and Q coordinates. Okay, this is a question. Now we will try to break the entire question into the small sentences and we will see how to start it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So intersect the circle. So first draw the circle.
Yeah, first draw the
Okay. You don't need to follow the coordinate axis. So I will not draw the coordinate axis because if I start drawing the coordinate axis, we will have to draw the exact line, which might or might not be possible. Okay. So, and that is not compulsory that we have to exactly follow the coordinate system. So I draw a random circle. Okay. This line intersects the circle at 2 points. So we are already given that it is 2 points. So it is not a case of this or it is not a case of this. It is not intersecting at 1 point or no point. It is intersecting at 2 points. So obviously we will get a quadratic equation involving the 2 points like this. Clear?
Yeah.
So this is point A. This is point B. We will understand the question first. What they are expecting. Find the coordinates of A and B. So you have to find the coordinates of A and B. Okay. Next is equation of perpendicular bisector of AB. We have to find the equation of perpendicular bisector of AB and show that it passes through center. So perpendicular bisector of AB would be something like this.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And AB, if it is a perpendicular bisector, it will bisect it at 2 equal points. Okay. My diagram doesn't show that because I'm not very good at drawing. So let me draw it. A, B, and this has to be, if this is a perpendicular bisector, this will divide it equally. Okay, this is what the question is expecting. So we have to find the equation of this line in the second part. So we will do part by part. Okay, so part 1 ka answer we will try to get. Find the coordinate of A and B. How do you find the coordinate of A and B? We just discussed, right? We have to just solve the equation of line and equation of circle simultaneously. Okay?
Yeah.
So x square plus y square is equal to 20 and x is equal to 3y plus 10. Just solve these two simultaneously. So if I just solve this simultaneously, means I have to substitute the value of x into this equation. So 3y plus 10 whole square plus y square is equal to 20. Make sense?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to solve it simultaneously. This is a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a square plus b square means 10 square, which is 100, plus 2 into a into b. So 2 into a into b is equal to 20. Hopefully you understood it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just have to solve it further. 9y square plus this will come out to be 2360y. 60y. There is one more term, which is y square is equal to 20. So 9y square. 9y square plus y square will give you 10y square plus 60y plus 80 is equal to 0. Why 80? This is 100. This 20 will come on the left side and will be subtracted from 100.
100, yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
This part is visible on the board. I think it's visible. Okay.
Right.
So y square plus 6y plus 8 is equal to 0. Okay. This will give you two equations. So y square plus 4y plus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0. And then this will give you the quadratic equation y in bracket y plus 4. Y plus 4 is equal to 0. So this will give me two equations y plus 2 y plus 2 y plus is equal to y equal to minus 2 and y is equal to minus 4. Hopefully you understood.
Yeah, I got it.
This
So,
part,
could you
just a splitting of middle term.
could you just explain the last part on?
I just factorized it. Okay. 4y 6y can be written as 4y plus 2y. Okay. Because 4 into 2 is 8. Okay. And I just took y common from here. And
Okay.
y common from here. Okay. 2 common from here. Then y plus 2 into y plus 4 equal to 0, y equal to minus 2 and y equal to minus 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It means one coordinate is minus 2 and another coordinate is minus 4. Don't treat it as minus 2 comma minus 4. This is not a coordinate. These are the y coordinates of 2 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Any doubt in this? I'll explain again if you don't understand. Anything that you don't understand out of this?
No, I got it.
We just substituted extra value and just solve the quadratic equation in y. We got two roots. So here also you can prove that two roots are y equal to 2 and y equal to 4. So we just found those. And now we are in the process of finding their x coordinate. Okay. So in order to find x coordinate, you just simply substitute it in either this or this. Anything will work. Okay. Because this point is also on the line and this point is also on the line and also on the circle. So you can substitute it at either here or in the line. I'll probably substitute in the line because line is a linear equation. So if I substitute x
Hello.
Hello, Aviv, can you hear me? Athava, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So far we have found the y coordinate. Okay. I just substitute this y coordinate in equation of x. Okay. So x will be equal to 3 minus 4 plus 10, and this will give me minus 12 plus 10 minus 2. Okay?
Yeah.
You understood?
Yeah.
How I expected coordinate? So x coordinate is minus 2. Similarly, I substitute the another coordinate. So if I substitute another coordinate, x will be equal to 3 in bracket minus 2 plus 10. So I'll get minus 4. So another coordinate is minus 4. You understood how I did it?
Yeah.
So I'll repeat the first part. Just simultaneously solve this two. We got an equation of y. When you got an equation in y, we got y coordinate. I substituted them back in this equation one by one. Once I substituted minus 2, I got x is equal to minus 4, and when I substituted x equal to y equal to minus 4, I got this. So these are the coordinates of A and B, which completes the part 1. Okay?
Okay.
Just copy this so
Yeah.
that I will erase this and convert to part 2.
Yeah.
Done copying? Hello?
Yeah. Just 1 minute.
Okay. Done? Atharva?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah.
So we will probably go for the next part. So first part was to get the coordinates of A and B. Now every perpendicular matrix curve will by default will be passing through center of C. Okay, so I'll just erase this part. So now that we got a coordinate of A and B, we just have to get the coordinate of perpendicular bisector of AB. So tell me, the perpendicular bisector of AB is this, right?
Yeah.
Can you see? Okay. And if I have to find the equation of this, I'll probably need a slope. So any line, if I have to find the So point on the line. Basically, this will be the point on the line. So
Yeah.
point on line is nothing but a right. So if I just get a midpoint of this, I'll get a point on the line. And what is the how will you get a slope of this? Can you just think and tell me how will you get a slope of this? So I have to get a slope of this perpendicular bisector. How will you get this? Think over it. So I'll name it as PCD. So how to get a slope of PCD? Think. Can you tell me?
To get CD, right?
Yep. How will you get a slope of this? If you know the slope of this.
It's perpendicular, no? M1 into M2 is equal to -1.
Yep. So just make a habit of this now. That your perpendicular bisector will be dividing the chord and it is always perpendicular to the chord. Okay. So slope. So point on line is midpoint formula. So midpoint formula say I'll get point on line. And slope of ACB. So slope of ACB into slope of PCD should give you -1. Do you agree? These are perpendicular. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So just get a slope of ACB and we'll see. So slope of AB. So slope of AB or ACB, anything will be fine. Anything will be fine. So -4 minus of -2 divided by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So -2 minus of -4 into slope of PCD should be equal to -1. And this will give you -2 divided by -2 divided by 2 into n. Slope of PCD will be equal to -1. This will come out to be -1 and m of PCD. Slope of PCD should be equal to 1.
Yeah.
Getting it?
Yeah.
Slope of PCD is 1. So now we know the slope as 1 and we know the midpoint. So can you get a midpoint of this? Midpoint of this will be because this is any perpendicular bisector will divide it into 2 equal half. Okay. So this will be midpoint. So midpoint will be x1 plus x2 by 2, which is -2, y1 plus y2 by 2, which is again -3, -3, -3.
Yeah.
Hopefully you understood this.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So -3, -3. So you know one point on the line PCD. You know the slope of PCD. Can you find the equation of perpendicular bisector?
We know the
Just
gradient.
find it.
We know the gradient, right?
You know the gradient, right?
Yeah.
We know. We just found it here, right?
Yeah.
Gradient of AB into
One
gradient of PD is -1. So that is how we find the gradient of PD.
So it's
Which is
1.
1.
And
Yep. Just find this equation of PCD then perpendicular bisector.
we need to
And
find
also prove that it passes through center. We know that every perpendicular bisector will by default pass through center, correct?
So C is
Because it is
center of AB.
perpendicularly bisecting. C is the center of circle.
And of AB also, no?
Oh, sorry. This is just a notation. I mean this as center.
But isn't it the
So I'll
center of
probably name
AB?
it as O. No.
So you put
Well,
no
in this line, I just named it as just as a shorthand for center.
No, on the diagram you put like
So
those.
I'll probably name it. Sorry.
On the diagram you've shown that they're equal, na? AC and CB.
These two are equal.
Yeah, so that makes C the center only, no?
BC and
AC and CB.
C is not the center of AC and CB are equal, correct?
That means C is the midpoint of AD, no? AB.
Yeah, C is the midpoint of AB.
Yeah, so then you can find the midpoint formula karke you can find C. And once you find C, you can put it in the
I
equation.
did that, no? I did that same thing, right? I did the same thing. -4 plus -2 divided by 2 is -3.
3,3.
-4 divided by 2 is this.
That
We got a C, which is why I wrote over here midpoint formula. So you got point C, and we know the slope of PCD. Okay, now just have to get the equation of PCD.
Yeah, then it's easy. Then y is equal to mx
Equation of
plus c, and we know m also.
right,
Then
so y minus of -3 upon x minus of -3 is equal to slope of PCD, which is 1.
yeah,
Okay. So y plus 3 is equal to x plus 3.
3, yeah.
So y is equal to x.
X, yeah. Correct.
So this is how you will get an equation of perpendicular bisector, and you will make it pass through center. So obviously it is passing through center because it is satisfying 0, 0. Okay.
Okay.
What about next question? So next question says that this line y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. So see just stop open. Just see this. The perpendicular bisector of AB intersect the circle at P and Q. Find the coordinate of P and Q. So P and Q means these are the coordinates. So this is P, and this is Q. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have to solve this equation of line and circle simultaneously. You will get P and Q coordinate. We'll do that in the next part. Just copy the second portion. Okay.
Yeah.
The second part of this, and then we'll do the third one.
So can we do a little fast because I have to go for lunch.
Sorry.
Can we do a little fast the next part because I have to go for lunch?
Yeah. Just finishing it off. So you understood this particular thing?
Yeah.
Okay. The last part of this is the perpendicular bisector of AB intersect the circle at P and Q. Can you see the diagram? This perpendicular bisector is intersecting at P and Q, correct?
Yeah.
So if I just solve the equation of PQ, so equation of PQ is y is equal to x. Okay. If I solve this with this x square plus y square is equal to 20, because this, if I solve the PQ and equation of circle simultaneously, I will get the point P and Q. Then just substitute back. So x square plus x square is equal to 20 because y can multiply substitute as x. So 2x square is equal to 20. X will be equal to plus minus root 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I substitute x ka point y in case of y, I'll get y coordinates. So if I substitute x as this, so I'll get y also as plus minus root 10. So your points are root 10 comma root 10 and minus root 10 comma minus root 10. Hopefully understood. Hello. Did you get what I did? I just solved simultaneously to the equation of line and equation of circle, and I got 2 points. Plus 10, plus root 10. So plus root 10 is this point. Minus and plus root 10 is y coordinate. Similarly, the q coordinate.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yep. That completes your question 3. Just copy this last part.
Okay. Yeah.
Just copy this last part, and then you will get done. And just stop recording once you're done.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Just stop recording. I just have to discuss with